Hey everybody, and welcome back for another deep dive.
Always fun.
This time, we're heading straight to the 2025 PGA Merchandise Show.
Oh, yeah, a good one.
Picturing it all, the shiny new clubs, the smell of fresh-cut grass from the demo day.
Yeah, I can smell it now.
Well, we've got you covered.
All right.
With first-hand accounts and some insights from a German article, all translated, of course, covering the show highlights.
Nice.
We'll be uncovering the biggest trends, unexpected innovations, and the stuff you should care about as a golfer.
Whether you're a total gearhead or just want to improve your game.
Exactly. So are you ready to tee off?
Let's do it.
All right, first off, attendance.
Okay.
It was way up this year.
Yeah.
I mean, a huge surge compared to the dip we've seen lately.
Interesting.
People are saying maybe it was snowbirds escaping the cold, or maybe just pent-up demand for the latest and greatest golf tech.
Yeah, everyone wants that new...
What do you think? What's your take on this attendance surge?
Well, trade shows are kind of like a barometer for an industry's health.
Oh,
This spike in attendance could signal a resurgence in golfer interest. But, we'll have to see how the sales numbers actually shake out before we start celebrating.
Good point. Good point. You can't just go off a hype.
Exactly. Data's what matters.
All right, well, let's get to the gear.
The main event.
Callaway, they made a splash with their new Paradigm Elite drivers.
I saw those. They look sharp.
Super sleek, black and white,
Yeah.
designed 4 different models to choose from. They even have a draw bias option,
Nice.
for those slicers out there.
Yeah.
And, of course, adjustable weights.
And all the bells and whistles.
They went all out.
They did.
But it's not just about looks.
Right?
They're claiming these drivers can add 8 yards to your drives.
8 yards. Wow.
And get this, it's not because they made the club head lighter this time.
Interesting.
They're saying it's all thanks to a new forged composite crown
Okay.
that improves the aerodynamics.
I'm listening.
So what do you think about that? I mean, aerodynamics in golf clubs.
Yeah, it's huge, even though a lot of people don't think about it that much.
Right.
Even tiny changes to the airflow over the club head, they can make a big difference in club head speed, which of course translates directly to distance.
Yeah, makes sense.
Think about it like those dimples on a golf ball.
Yeah.
They're not just there for looks.
Right.
They manipulate airflow to make the ball fly farther.
Yeah.
Now imagine applying that same principle to the club head itself.
Wow.
Pretty cool, right?
That is really cool. 8 yards is a bold claim, though.
It is.
But if aerodynamics is the key, maybe they've cracked the code.
Maybe so. We'll have to see.
Speaking of innovation, let's talk irons.
Okay.
Didn't go too crazy with those, which I know some golfers were worried about.
I get it. I actually kind of like that they kept it a little more traditional with the Paradigm Elite irons.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for pushing boundaries with design, but sometimes you just want a classic look at address.
You need that confidence.
Exactly, but don't let that traditional look fool you.
Yeah.
They've packed in some serious check for forgiveness.
Oh, really? Like what?
They're using those urethane microspheres,
Ah,
those tiny little beads.
They absorb all that vibration,
Yeah.
give you that buttery, soft feel.
Exactly. They also strengthen the top line for a more solid hit.
Nice.
And get this, even the multi-piece badge isn't just for show.
Really?
It actually helps with sound and feel, too.
Wow, so it's functional.
They thought of everything.
Attention to detail.
It's like they took a classic muscle car and gave it a modern engine and suspension.
I like that analogy.
All the style, none of the drawbacks.
The best of both worlds.
And there's a rumor swirling around about a new titanium 3-wood
Oh,
that's supposed to be coming out soon.
okay.
Some are calling it a driver in disguise.
Interesting. I'm intrigued.
Me too. I can't wait to see what they've come up with.
Yeah, me neither.
Now we can't forget about their putters,
Right.
especially the square-to-square models.
Okay.
The Jailbird and Fang are apparently flying off the shelves.
They are. Why is that?
Well, they offer a lot of the same performance benefits
Okay.
as those high-end lab putters,
Hmm.
but at a much friendlier price point.
That makes sense.
The question is, can they truly compete
Yeah.
with those premium putters in terms of feel and performance?
Good question.
Something for you to investigate.
I'll add it to the list.
Maybe a side-by-side comparison is in order.
Always a good idea.
And, while we're talking about things you should check out,
Sure.
Callaway also unveiled their new Chrome soft golf balls,
Oh, yeah. Those are popular.
including the Chrome Tour and Chrome Tour X models.
Okay.
And for those of you who love low spin,
Yeah.
they've even got a new triple diamond version.
Nice.
Callaway is really covering all their bases.
They are.
Okay, but enough about Callaway for now. Let's see what Cobra was up to.
Okay, that sounds good.
Now, full disclosure,
Uh-oh.
my source at the show,
Yeah.
they weren't super impressed with the Cobra booth this year.
Really? What happened?
They said the staff wasn't very helpful.
Oh.
And they didn't really get a lot of in-depth info on the new products.
Sounds like a bit of a missed opportunity.
It does.
Well, what did they have?
Well, they did release their new Aerojet driver lineup.
Okay.
They've got the Max the Standard and the LS models,
The usual suspects.
tailored for different swing types and preferences.
Right.
But get this.
What?
The big talk surrounding these drivers is the adapter.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's talking about adapters these days.
Are you ready for this?
Hit me.
32 settings.
32.
You've got to be kidding me.
That seems a bit excessive.
I mean, how much adjustability does a golfer really need?
Right. Like, at what point is it just too much?
I think this might be that point.
It's great to have options, but at a certain point, it can become overwhelming.
Totally agree.
Do you really think the average golfer is going to spend hours on the range, trying to figure out which of those 32 settings is going to magically transform their game?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, maybe they should be focusing on, things like swing mechanics and course management instead.
Right. Like the fundamentals.
Exactly.
It feels like they're trying to solve a problem that doesn't exist.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It's like having a remote control with 50 buttons.
Yeah.
When all you really need are the basic ones.
Exactly. Okay, let's move on to a company that's definitely thinking outside the box, Makefield.
Okay, I like those guys.
They've got a new putter called the Defiant. And, well, it's different.
Different good or different bad?
You decide. So picture this.
Okay.
You've got your classic blade design.
Right.
Nice and clean.
Yeah.
But then out of nowhere, there's this bulky extension on the back.
On the back?
It's like they took a traditional blade and stuck a growth on it.
Okay. I'm picturing it.
I don't know how I feel about it aesthetically.
It's bold.
But here's the thing. Makefield is known for their weight port technology.
Right.
Which lets golfers adjust the weight and balance of their putters.
That's their thing.
And they were determined to incorporate that tech into this new blade-like design.
Even if it meant
sacrificing some aesthetics.
Interesting.
It's a bold move, for sure.
It is. Some company, they're all about following trends,
Yeah,
But Makefield, they seem determined to stick to their guns.
I respect that.
Prioritize their technology, even if it results in a putter that looks a little, unconventional.
Yeah, unconventional is one way to put it.
I'm curious to try it out, though.
Me too.
Ooh.
And speaking of unconventional, they've also got a giant broomstick-style Defiant putter in the works.
A broomstick?
Apparently, they're targeting the truly unconventional golfer with that one.
Wow, they're really going for it.
Maybe they'll bring back those knickers, too, while they're at it.
Who knows? Stranger things have happened.
Maybe not. But hey, at least they're keeping things interesting.
They are.
Let's shift gears to a company that's all about refining the classics, Srixon.
Good old reliable Srixon.
Their new ZX MK2 irons.
Yeah.
They're all about incremental improvements. Yeah. That can make a real difference in your game.
Sometimes it's not about reinventing the wheel,
Exactly.
It's about taking something that already works well and making it even better.
I couldn't have said it better myself. So what did they improve?
Well, they narrowed the soles for better turf interaction.
Nice.
They've improved the feel in the ZX7 model with some new materials.
Okay.
And they even made their hybrids adjustable.
Ooh, adjustable hybrids.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
No major overhauls, just smart, targeted tweaks.
Love it. What about drivers? Anything new there?
They're actually simplifying their driver naming system this year.
Oh, really? Tell me more.
They're ditching the ZX5 and ZX7 designations
Interesting.
and going with the ZXI.
VXI. Okay. I like it. Less confusion is always a good thing.
Absolutely. So with the ZXI, they've got 3 models.
Okay.
The standard ZXI, the ZXI LS for low spin, and the ZXI Max for those who need a little help fighting that slice.
And how does the weighting system work in those?
They've really fine-tuned it, to optimize launch and spin characteristics for different types of players.
So like the heavier weight in the LS model helps lower spin for guys who tend to launch it high.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's all about finding the right club for your swing.
Makes sense. Speaking of finding the right club.
Yeah?
Let's talk about a company that's tackling a problem that's plagued golfers for, forever.
What's that?
Rust.
Ugh, rust. The worst.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
They're making waves with their new RTX zip core wedges.
I saw those.
And guess what?
What?
They're made from a brand new rust-proof material.
No way.
No more battling those unsightly brown spots.
That's a game changer.
Right?
Yeah, a lot of people love raw wedges.
For the feel and the spin.
But that rust,
It's a deal breaker.
this new material, it solves that problem without sacrificing performance.
It's practical innovation at its finest.
I like it.
And of course, they've got options.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
3 different sole grinds to choose from.
Okay.
High, mid, and low bounce. So you can find the perfect wedge for your swing and the conditions you play in.
Nice.
They even have a new full face wedge.
Oh, wow.
So you can open the face up for those tricky shots around the green without worrying about hitting it too far down the face.
And losing all your spin.
Exactly.
They really have thought of everything.
They have. All right, let's move on to a company that's known for their ability to blend classic designs with cutting-edge technology.
Who are we talking about?
Ping.
Ah, good old Ping.
Their G430 drivers in fairway woods.
Yeah.
They're carrying over those signature turbulator.
Okay.
But they've also incorporated some of the successful tech from their previous models.
So they're building on a solid foundation.
Exactly. Refining it.
Rather than trying to reinvent the wheel every year.
Smart move. And they've upgraded their adjustable hybrids with a new 8-lobe adapter.
8-lobe. Wow.
Giving golfers even more options.
I love options.
When it comes to fine-tuning their setup.
It's all about dialing it in.
Plus, their I-525 irons are still going strong.
Oh, yeah. Those are good sticks.
But the real surprise from Ping.
What is it?
A standalone bunker wedge.
A bunker wedge.
Inspired by their beloved I-2 sand wedge.
Oh, I remember that one. A classic.
Well, get ready for a blast in the past because this new wedge is heavily inspired by that legendary design.
Wow. Taking a trip down memory lane.
It's like they took all those great features from the I-2 and brought them back with some modern updates.
It's a clever marketing strategy for sure.
You think so?
Nostalgia is powerful.
Yeah.
And tapping into those fond memories.
It creates a strong emotional connection.
With golfers, for sure. It'll be interesting to see if other companies start revisiting their classic designs.
Yeah, bring back some of those favorites.
Give them a modern twist.
I'm here for it.
Me too.
All right, let's zoom out a bit and talk about some of the broader trends we saw at the show.
Okay.
One thing that really stood out to me
Yeah.
was all the innovation in grips.
Oh, yeah.
Superstroke, Lambkin, Win.
All the big players.
They were all showcasing some impressive new options.
It's amazing how much innovation there is in something as seemingly simple as a grip.
It's one of those things that often gets overlooked.
And it's so important.
It really is. The grip is your only point of contact with the club.
Right.
It affects everything.
Yeah. Feel, control, consistency.
It's like wearing the wrong shoes. You can still walk, but it's not going to be very comfortable or efficient.
Good analogy.
A good grip can make a world of difference.
It really can.
And it's great to see companies like Superstroke, Lambkin, and Win.
Pushing the boundaries.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Superstroke,
Yeah.
as we mentioned earlier, they're known for their putter grips,
Right.
but they're making a move into the standard grip market.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yep, they've got Sergio Garcia using their new standard grips.
Wow.
Sergio's is a pretty big endorsement. It is. Sergio's known for his unique grip. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how Superstroke catered to his preferences.
I'm curious to see how those groups perform for the average golfer.
Me too. And what about Lambkin? What are they up to?
Well, they're focusing on high-traction rubber compounds.
Cool.
They've developed some really innovative materials that provide incredible grip
Okay.
without feeling sticky or tacky.
I've always been a fan of Lambkin grips.
They're good stuff.
They just feel so solid and reliable.
They're consistent.
And they've also incorporated a lower taper design into many of their new grips,
Lower taper.
which means the grip is thicker in the lower hand.
Okay.
This can help promote a more consistent grip pressure and reduce hand tension,
That can be a big benefit for a lot of golfers.
especially for players who tend to grip the club too tightly.
Yeah, that death grip.
And then there's Win,
Ah, Win.
who's always been a leader in grip comfort.
Those Win grips are like pillows.
They've released a new dry-tack wrap-style putter grip that feels incredible.
What's it like?
It's so soft and tacky, it almost feels like you're holding onto a cloud.
Wow, that sounds nice.
I tried it at the show, and it was amazing.
I bet.
If you're someone who struggles with grip pressure or hand fatigue, you need to check that one out.
It's on the list.
It's a testament to the fact that there's still room for innovation.
You would think we'd have figured out grips by now.
Right.
But no.
Even in something as seemingly simple as a grip.
There's always room for improvement.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, while we're on the topic of things that can improve your game,
Okay.
let's talk about putter fitting.
Putter fitting. Often overlooked.
It is, but it can have a huge impact on your scoring.
No doubt about it.
A lot of golfers spend a lot of time and money trying to find the perfect driver,
Yeah.
but they neglect their putters.
Makes sense, though. You hit your driver, maybe 14 times a round?
Yeah, something like that.
But you use your putter on every single hole.
That's a good point.
So yeah, putter fitting is crucial.
And there are some really cool training aids out there now
Oh, yeah. Like what?
that can help you find the right putter and improve your putting stroke.
Okay. Tell me more.
One that really stood out to me was the Pure Putt.
The Pure Putt, I saw that.
It's basically a portable putter fitting studio.
It's got everything right.
It's got everything you need to analyze your stroke work on your alignment and find the putter that's perfect for you.
So it's like having your own personal putting coach.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it highlights the growing importance of putter fitting in the golf world.
It's not just for the pros anymore.
Nope. Even amateur golfers are starting to realize the benefits of having a putter that's perfectly tailored to their swing.
It can make a big difference.
It can. Now, aside from all the big name brands and their flashy new products, there are also a lot of smaller companies at the show.
Yeah.
With some really interesting innovations.
I always love seeing what the up-and-comers are doing.
Me too. They're often the ones who are pushing the boundaries.
Yeah.
Coming up with the truly groundbreaking ideas.
For sure. So who caught your eye?
One company that I was really impressed with was Newton Shafts.
Newton Shafts. Oh, yeah. I remember seeing their booth. They had those eye-catching purple shafts.
They're hard to miss.
They are. But there's more to them than just looks right.
Oh, yeah. They've developed some really innovative shaft technology
Okay.
that's starting to gain some serious traction,
Where have you been seeing them?
especially on the Senior PGA Tour.
Interesting.
I was reading about their backstory.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty fascinating.
Tell me more.
They actually started as a putter company called Anti-Gravity.
Anti-gravity. That's a cool name.
I know, right?
So what were they doing?
They specialized in lightweight shafts and grips,
Okay.
designed to increase swing weight and enhance feel.
Interesting approach.
But then COVID hit,
Oh.
and they couldn't get their shafts from their usual supplier.
Supply chain issues.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what did they do?
I'm guessing they didn't just give up.
They decided to start making their own shafts.
Wow. Talk about resourceful.
That's how Newton shafts were born.
It's amazing how unforeseen circumstances can sometimes lead to incredible opportunities.
It really is.
Yeah.
And their shafts are starting to make a splash.
Yeah. What have you heard?
They've been getting rave reviews from golfers of all skill levels.
That's awesome. I think we'll be seeing a lot more of them in the years to come.
I agree. They're a company to watch for sure.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of innovation,
Okay.
there's one trend that I think is going to have a major impact on golf equipment in the future. 3D printing.
3D printing in golf clubs.
It's starting to make its way into golf club design.
That's wild.
And it's pretty exciting stuff.
I bet. What have you seen?
Cobra, for example.
Yeah.
They're experimenting with 3D printing
For what?
for the internal components of their irons.
Oh, wow. So they're like building clubs from the inside out.
Exactly. 3D printing allows for incredibly precise weight distribution and structural optimization.
Which can lead to significant performance gains.
It's fascinating to see how this technology is being applied to golf equipment.
It is.
I think we're just scratching the surface of what's possible.
I agree. This is just the beginning.
Okay, before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, there's one more trend I want to touch on.
Okay.
Sustainability.
Sustainability.
Yeah.
It was great to see so many companies at the show incorporating eco-friendly materials in manufacturing processes.
It's a trend that's been gaining momentum in recent years.
For sure.
And it's great to see it becoming more mainstream in the golf industry.
Absolutely. Golf courses have a significant environmental impact.
They do.
So it's important for golf companies to do their part to minimize their footprint.
We're seeing recycled materials being used in everything.
Yeah, grips, club heads, packaging.
And companies are also taking steps to reduce waste and emissions.
Throughout their supply chains.
It's a win-win for golfers and the environment.
You got that right. We can enjoy our game knowing that we're not harming the planet in the process.
I'm really encouraged by what I'm seeing in this area.
I too.
I think sustainability is going to be a major focus for the golf industry moving forward.
I hope so. Something that we all need to be mindful of.
Okay, I think it's time to move on to our next part. But before we do, I just want to say how much I've enjoyed this deep dive into the world of golf tech.
It's been a lot of fun.
There's so much innovation happening in the golf industry right now.
It's truly an exciting time to be a golfer.
I couldn't agree more. In the next part, we'll be diving even deeper into some of the big picture trends that are shaping the future of golf equipment.
Looking forward to it.
So stay tuned for that.
Can't wait. All right. So much to talk about with all this new gear at the PGA show.
I know, right? Where do we even begin?
I think those grips.
The grips?
Yeah, all those new grip technologies.
Yeah, it really is amazing how much innovation we're seeing in something as seemingly simple as a grip.
It's one of those things that often gets overlooked, but
So important.
yeah, the grip is your only point of contact with the club.
Exactly. It affects
It's
everything.
control consistency.
If you've got the wrong grip, it's like wearing the wrong shoes.
I get it. You can still walk, but it's not going to be comfortable or efficient.
Exactly. A good grip can make a world of difference.
No doubt. And it's great to see these companies really pushing the boundaries.
So let's talk Superstroke.
Okay.
We mentioned earlier that they're known for their putter grips.
Yeah,
But they're making a move into the standard grip market.
they are. Wow, I had no idea.
And they've got Sergio Garcia using their new standard grips,
Wow, Sergio's on board.
which is a pretty big endorsement,
It is.
especially considering Sergio's known for his unique grip.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they came up with for him.
I'm curious to see how those grips perform for the average golfer.
Me too. I'm always a little skeptical of those, tour-inspired products.
Yeah, sometimes those innovations,
Don't always translate.
to us regular folks,
Exactly. So what about Lambkin? What are they up to?
Lambkin, they're all about high-traction rubber compounds.
Okay.
They've developed some really innovative materials that provide incredible grip. Without feeling sticky or tacky,
Nice. I've always liked Lambkin groups.
they're just so solid and reliable. Yeah. And they've also incorporated a lower taper design into many of their new grips.
Lower taper. What's that?
So basically, it means the grip is thicker in the lower hand,
Okay, I'm following.
and that can help promote a more consistent grip pressure and reduce hand tension,
Interesting.
which can be a big benefit for a lot of golfers, especially those who tend to grip the club too tightly.
Oh, yeah, that death grip. A lot of amateurs struggle with that.
And then, of course, there's Win.
Win. Those grips are so comfortable.
They are. They've always been a leader in grip comfort.
Those Win grips are like pillows.
They've released a new dry tack wrap style putter grip that feels incredible.
A wrap-style putter grip. Tell me more.
It's so soft and tacky, it almost feels like you're holding onto a cloud.
Wow, I gotta try that.
You do. I tried it at the show. It was amazing.
I bet if you struggle with grip pressure or hand fatigue,
This grip is for you.
it's a testament to the fact that there's still room for innovation.
Even in something as simple as a grip.
Seriously, you would think we would have figured out grips by now.
Right.
But no, there's always room for improvement.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit
All right.
and talk about something that's often overlooked, but can make a big difference in your game.
I'm listening.
Putter fitting.
Ah, putter fitting. Yeah, it's definitely one of the most neglected aspects of golf equipment.
It's true.
Yeah.
A lot of golfers spend all this time and money trying to find the perfect driver,
Right. They want that extra 10 yards off the tee,
but they neglect their putter.
even though they use it on every single hole.
It's true.
Yeah.
Think about it. You hit your driver, what, maybe 14 times around?
Yeah, something like that.
But you use your putter on every hole.
So yeah, putter fitting, it's crucial.
It is. And there's some really cool training aids out there now.
I saw a bunch of those at the show.
They can help you find the right putter and improve your putting stroke.
Okay, I'm all ears. What are some of the good ones?
One that I was really impressed with was the Pure Putt.
The Pure Putt. Yeah, that one looked pretty cool.
It's basically a portable putter fitting studio.
So it's like having your own personal putting coach.
Exactly. It analyzes your stroke. It helps you work on your alignment. It helps you find the putter that's perfect for you.
It's pretty amazing what they can do with technology these days.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And the Pure Putt, it really highlights the growing importance of putter fitting in the golf world.
Yeah, it's not just something that pros do anymore.
Even amateur golfers are starting to realize the benefits of having a putter that's perfectly tailored to their stroke.
Absolutely. Now, aside from all the big name brands
Yeah.
and their flashy new products.
There are also a lot of smaller companies at the show.
Oh, yeah, those are always fun to check out.
Some really interesting innovations.
It's always inspiring to see what the up-and-comers are doing.
They're often the ones who are pushing the boundaries and coming up with the truly groundbreaking ideas.
So who caught your eye?
One company that I was really impressed with was Newton Shafts.
Newton shafts. Those are the ones with the purple shafts, right?
Yeah, they're hard to miss.
They are. But there's more to them than just looks right.
Oh, yeah. They've developed some really innovative shaft technology
Like what?
that's starting to gain some serious traction, especially on the senior PGA Tour.
Interesting. I haven't heard much about them. What's their story?
They actually started as a putter company called Anti-Gravity.
Anti-gravity. That's a unique name.
They specialized in lightweight shafts and grips designed to increase swing weight and enhance feel.
That's a different approach.
It is, but then COVID hit.
Uh-oh.
And they couldn't get their shafts from their usual supplier,
Supply chain issues.
so they decided to start making their own shafts.
Wow. Talk about resourceful.
And that's how Newton shafts were born.
It's amazing how unforeseen circumstances can sometimes lead to incredible opportunities.
It really is. And their shafts are getting rave reviews from golfers of all skill levels.
That's awesome. I'm going to have to check them out.
You should. They're definitely a company to watch.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of innovation, there's one trend that I think is going to have a major impact on golf equipment in the future.
What is it?
3D printing.
3D printing. In golf clubs, that's wild.
It's starting to make its way into golf club design.
What have you seen?
Cobra, for example, is experimenting with 3D printing for the internal components of their irons.
So they're like building clubs from the inside out?
Exactly. 3D printing allows for incredibly precise weight distribution and structural optimization.
Which can lead to significant performance gains.
It's fascinating to see how this technology is being applied to golf equipment.
It really is. I think we're just scratching the surface of what's possible.
I agree. This is just the beginning.
Mm.
Okay, before we move on to the next segment, I want to take a minute to talk about sustainability.
Sustainability. Yeah, it was great to see so many companies at the show embracing eco-friendly materials and manufacturing processes.
It's a trend that's been gaining momentum in recent years, and it's great to see it becoming more mainstream in the golf industry.
Yeah, golf courses have a significant environmental impact, so it's important for golf companies to do their part to, minimize their footprint.
We're seeing recycled materials being used in everything from grips and club heads to packaging.
And companies are finding ways to reduce waste and emissions throughout their supply chains.
It's a win-win for golfers and the environment.
Absolutely. We can enjoy our game knowing that we're not harming the planet in the process.
I'm really encouraged by what I'm seeing in this area.
Me too.
I think sustainability is going to be a major focus for the golf industry moving forward.
I hope so. It's something that we all need to be mindful of.
Okay. I think it's time to move on to our final segment.
Sounds good.
But before we do, I just want to say how much I've enjoyed this deep dive into the world of golf tech.
It's been a blast.
There's so much innovation happening right now.
It's an exciting time to be a golfer.
I couldn't agree more. In the next segment, we'll be wrapping things up with some key takeaways and some thoughts on what the future holds for golf equipment.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so we've talked about all this amazing new gear from the PGA show,
So much cool stuff.
but now it's time to, look ahead.
The future of golf?
What does all this innovation mean for the future of the game?
Yeah, are we on the verge of like a technological revolution on the course?
What do you think?
Well, I don't know about a revolution, but
Yeah.
there are definitely some big trends emerging that could have a major impact.
Like what? Give us the inside scoop.
Well, one thing that really stood out to me was the growing emphasis on sustainability.
Yeah, we talked about that a bit earlier, and it's
Okay.
definitely encouraging to see.
Companies are really taking it seriously.
Yeah, it's not just a buzzword anymore.
Right. They're taking concrete steps to make their products and processes more eco-friendly.
And it's important because golf courses themselves can have a pretty big environmental impact.
They do.
So it's great to see the equipment manufacturers stepping up and doing their part.
Absolutely. We're seeing recycled materials being used in everything.
Yeah, grips, club heads, packaging.
And companies are finding ways to reduce waste and emissions throughout their supply chains.
It's a win-win for golfers and the planet.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
So aside from sustainability,
Yeah.
what other trends are you seeing?
What else is catching your eye?
Well, another really exciting area is the rise of AI-powered swing analysis.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Technology is changing the way we understand and improve our swings.
It really is. There are apps and devices now that can capture and analyze your swing data in real time.
Yeah, and give you personalized insights and recommendations.
It's like having your own virtual swing coach in your pocket.
Exactly. These AI systems can identify subtle swing flaws that even experienced golfers might miss.
And they can suggest drills and adjustments that are tailored to your individual swing characteristics.
Yeah.
So it's not just about collecting data.
Right.
It's about making that data actionable,
Exactly.
helping golfers translate it into tangible improvement.
That's the key. And the beauty of AI is that it's constantly learning and evolving.
So as more data is collected, these systems become even more accurate and insightful.
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
It makes you wonder, where will it go next?
Well, one trend that I think will continue to gain momentum is personalization.
Personalization.
Golfers are no longer content with one-size-fits-all equipment.
Right. Everyone's got their own unique swing.
They want clubs and gear that are tailored to their individual swing and physique.
Custom fitting has obviously become increasingly popular.
But it goes beyond that.
Okay.
We're seeing companies offer more options for shaft length, lie angle grip size, even club head weight.
And with advancements in 3D printing and other manufacturing technologies,
Yeah.
the possibilities for personalization are practically limitless.
We might even reach a point where every club is custom made for the individual golfer.
Wow, that would be incredible.
Imagine having clubs that are perfectly designed for your swing, your height, your body type.
Like a set of clubs made just for you.
The ultimate in performance optimization.
So it sounds like the future of golf is all about sustainability, AI-powered swing analysis, and hyper-personalization.
Those are definitely some of the key trends to watch.
It's an exciting time to be a golfer.
It is. Who knows what innovations we'll see in the next 5-10 years.
It's going to be an exciting ride, that's for sure.
But no matter how much technology advances,
Yeah.
there's one thing that will always remain at the heart of golf.
What's that?
The joy of the game.
The feeling of hitting that perfect shot.
Spending a day on the course with friends.
Those things will never change.
Technology can enhance the game,
Yeah.
but it can never replace the pure, simple pleasure of playing golf.
Well said. So to all you golfers out there,
Yeah.
embrace the new technology, but never lose sight of what makes this game so special.
And remember, the best club in your bag
Yeah,
is the one that brings you the most joy.
that's a great way to put it. Well, that's all for this deep dive into the 2025 PGA Merchandise Show.
It's been a lot of fun.
It has. It's been a blast exploring the latest and greatest in golf tech with you.
Always a pleasure.
We hope you learned something new, maybe you discovered a piece of equipment you need to try, and most importantly, that you're feeling inspired to get out there and play some golf.
And remember,
Yeah.
stay curious, keep experimenting, and always have fun out there on the course.
Until next time, happy golfing.